Welcome to day 3. So, day 3 and day 4 will be taking inspired action. So, we're going to continue. In today's assignment, you will be creating an action plan outlining specific steps to continue living in alignment with your purpose and values. This involves carefully reflection and strategy goal setting. Yeah. So here's how you can create this plan. Number 1, reflect on your purpose and value. That's why it's so important to have done the assignments in the previous weeks. Because if you haven't done that, it's gonna be hard to do this. Okay, you're gonna be just putting down anything, and it's not gonna be authentic, and it's not gonna be real, and you're not gonna get what you're trying to get. You will not accomplish the things you want to accomplish in your life. So please take this seriously and go back to the assignments that you missed. Once you finish those, then come back to week 6. All right. Don't skip and don't omit. You want to make sure you get this all done. I'm giving you step by step blueprint. Take advantage of it, all right? Take advantage of it the right way. Look, you got my permission to take advantage. So take advantage, all right? So, number 1, reflect on your purpose and values. Take time to reflect on your purpose in life and the values that are very important to you. The most important thing is your values, okay? Then you will learn your purpose. So consider what drives you, what gives you life meaning, and what principles guide your decisions and actions. Number 2. Before I say number 2, I got a thought in my mind. I want to give an example. So, when I was younger, I'm not old, but I'm saying in my 20s or whatever, I had this fire in me where if I felt disrespected, I wouldn't let it go. It's just something I wouldn't let slide. I will deal with it right then and there. I don't care where we were, who was around. If you disrespected me, oh, I was gonna give you the business. I ain't care if you was a male or female. That was how I was. But as things continue to go in life, and I'm learning and I'm growing, I've changed a lot. Okay, I don't do those things anymore. So that's not my core value anymore. Those were my core values, to never let someone disrespect me. But now they're not, because you cannot control other people's actions. You can't control what people say, but you can control yours. You can control what you do, how you respond to things, and the way you respond to things is your outcome of what is going to happen next. It's just what it is. You can make things worse, or you can de-escalate it and move on and just get over it. Or if somebody continue to do something that's like in that situation to continue to disrespect, then it's a time and place to handle that situation. So you use your head and you think things through and you plan things a lot better than going off of action to reaction. You want to have an action but not a reaction, okay? So that's what I want to elaborate on, that one with the core values, because that was one of my core values back in the day. It's not anymore though, but it was. See, I'm telling you, things change. So number 2, clarify your goals. Identify specific goals or areas of focus that align with your purpose and values. These could be related to personal growth, career aspirations, relationships, health and wellness, or any other aspects of your life that you deem significant. Number 3, break down your goals. Break down each goal into smaller, actionable steps or milestones. Consider what specific action you need to take to move closer to achieving each goal. Number 4, prioritize your actions. Prioritize your actions based on their importance and urgency. Identify each steps are most critical to your overall progress and focus your energy on those first. Number 5, set smart goals. Talked about this already. Talk about it again, okay? Ensure that your goals are SMART. S, specific. M, measurable. A, achievable. R, relevant. I keep wanting to say reliable, but it's not reliable. It's relevant. You want to make sure it's relevant to the situation of what you're trying to do. And T, time bound. This will help you create clear objective and track your progress effectively. Number 6, identify potential obstacles. Anticipate potential obstacles or challenges that may arrive as you work towards your goals. Consider what barriers you might encounter and brainstorm strategies to overcome them. So basically, I'm going to give you something that is very easy to do. Paint a scenario in your mind. Make up a whole story, okay? Just come up with be creative. Make up a whole story of something that can block you from achieving your goals. Now, you got that story already in your head. Now what you do is that you're going to think of ways to get around it, to overcome it, and to keep going and pushing forward. Come up with some strategies, okay? How can you do this? What can you do next? What should you say or not do? I call that risk management. You're gonna make sure that you're managing any type of risk that can occur, that can happen or occur anytime during your progress. So be real cautious about that. Stuff happens, so don't act like it's gonna be perfect because it's not. It just isn't gonna be perfect. All right. Number 7, develop strategies for success. Just talked about that. So let's talk about that. Develop strategies for success by identifying specific actions you can take to overcome obstacles and stay on track with your goals. This may involve seeking support from others, building new habits, or learning new skills. Yeah, you might need to continue your education. And then number 8, create a timeline. Create a timeline or schedule for completing each action steps and achieving your goals. Break down your timeline into smaller intervals, such as weekly or monthly checkpoints, to help you stay accountable and monitoring your progress. You want to monitor your progress along the way. Number 9, commit to consistency. Commit to consistency by establishing daily or weekly routines that support your goals and values. Incorporate your action steps into your regular schedule and make them a priority in your daily life. So, for example, for me, I know that I have a lot going on. I can run it down, but I don't want to. But one of the things that I do is that I know that I wanted to get this course done for you. I could have waited and done this. It took my time, but I know me. I'm always moving forward. It's always something else that I need to do. And I know that life is short and things are not promised and anything can happen. And God forbid that anything happened to where I can't do what I should have done already. That's why I stay and I'm really committed into making sure I get things done. So when I have free time like I have right now, I'm at a hotel, I'm enjoying my life, I'm out here flying in the world, I'm doing all that. But then when I go home, I have other things to do. I have to tend to my husband. I got to tend to my 10-year-old child. I got to do all the things. At the time of this recording, my son is 10, you know. So I want to make sure that I don't neglect them, but I don't neglect what I got to do too. And the best way I do it is that I have things set in place. I look at my schedule and I say, okay, I have 17 hours in this location when I land. So, what can I get done? And I say, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and that. And I prepare. I come ready. So, if something happened, it's like, oh, setback. Earlier, there was a setback. The setback was that the fire alarm went off. And I was like, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to get this done today? I might have to do it tomorrow. So I started looking at the calendar like, I ain't going to have enough time tomorrow. So I'm thinking like, oh, it's going to be another week. And then I started thinking like, you know what? If that noise wasn't so loud, and is it really a fire? So I went downstairs to see what was going on. And sure enough, they was telling us to get up out of here. Y'all gotta leave. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta go to, across the way and all that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna get this done. But, hey, things happen. And then they cleared it and said, okay, you can go back to the room now. And I came running back to the room. Guess what I did before that? I grabbed my laptop. I grabbed my phone. I grabbed my keys, my car keys, all the things that I did. We tell people on the plane to leave everything behind. Don't grab nothing. But that's another story for another day. But I knew I had time to grab something, so I did. And I said, well, guess what? I'm going to end up having to do this somewhere. I'm going to post up in the corner somewhere where there's not a lot of people distracting me, and I'm going to get this done. I was figuring out a way. But what I'm saying is that sometimes things will change, and you just have to go with the flow. Don't just give up. Figure it out. So make sure that you are consistent in this situation. So then we got number 10. Number 10 is track your progress. Track your progress regularly to ensure you're staying on course with your action plan. Keep a journal, use a goal tracking app, or create a visual progress chart to monitor your accomplishments and adjust your approach as needed. That's what a vision board come in at. If you have that vision board, you already put everything up there that you want to accomplish. When you accomplish something, mark it. You either can draw a big old circle around it, or get a sticker with a happy face or a star, like I used to do with the elementary kids. I used to do that with my son when he was kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. By the time he turned third grade, he was over the stickers. He was like, really, Mom, a sticker? But at least I knew that when he was into it, it worked. So whenever he made progress in something, I would put a sticker on it. And it's not just like something like, the class, whatever. It was at the house. Whenever I say, hey, you're going to read a book today, and when he got done with the book, I'll put a sticker on it, like, look at you, you did it. And he was all excited just to see that sticker on the calendar. So you want something to help you to keep going, to see your progress and see that you're actually accomplishing what you have set out to do. Number 11, celebrate your success. Celebrate your success and milestones along the way. Take time to acknowledge your progress and reflect on how far you've come in living in alignment with your purpose and values. Number 12, stay flexible and adapt. We are adaptable people. Humans are one of the number one creation in the world that knows how to adapt to any situation and environment. So stay flexible and open to adapting or adapting to your action plans as needed For instance, life is unpredictable and circumstances may change. So be willing to adjust your goals and strategies accordingly. Don't be stuck. All right? Don't be fixated on one goal plan and oh, it didn't work. So what? So, another example. My brother, I have an older brother. When he was in his 20s and 30s, he had his whole life mapped out on what he was going to do. I'm going to do this, this, and that. And he walked around with this little bitty notebook, little tablet about that size that he wrote on. And he writes so small you can barely see the letters. And he would write, okay, this, and that, and I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna do this. By the time I'm 35, I'm gonna have my first child, I'm gonna get married. And I was thinking like, But then one thing I learned about him, when things went off course, his mind, the way he react towards the things not going his way, is almost like he lost his mind. To a point to where I used to be like, dude, life is not like that. What's wrong with you? Everything is not planned. At least if it is, you're gonna make some changes along the way. Adapt. Choose to understand that it just didn't go the way you thought it was gonna go. Figure something else out. But he would have the hardest time trying to figure something else out because he was so sure of himself that thing was gonna go the way it was supposed to go. And now I said it was in his 20s and 30s. That's when it really got bad. But before the 20s and 30s, he was like that throughout our years of growing up as children. But it just, something just clicked by the time he turned 20 and got in his 30s. Things didn't go exactly the way he was planning. And he saw his life changing and turning and making different turns that he wasn't expecting. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, my brother have a hard time. And even to this day, he still have a hard time adapting to change. Or at least adapting to things that didn't go according to plan. His plans, there is. So, you want to make sure that you are flexible, all right? You want to make sure that you are adapting, okay? And then number 13, seek feedback and support. Seek feedback from trusted friends, family members, or a life coach or a mentor who can offer encouragement, guidance, and accountability as you work towards your goals. Share your action plan with them and ask for their input on how you can improve. You can improve, and stay focused on the path. It's really good to get someone who can do that because they will hold you accountable. And not only that, they will support you. So if you want a life coach, I'll be a life coach. Go ahead and sign up for or book your free consultation. You want to go ahead and do that because we will have to talk and figure out what's going on first before I can help you with anything. So let's do that. And then you get 40 minutes. Once that's over with, then we can go ahead and do the sessions. You would get one session a week or as needed. Now, one session a week is the most in a week. But I say as needed because you might want to skip a few weeks where you might say, well, I don't need coaching sessions this week or next week, but I do need it for the week after that, or it might be randomly that you need it. So you got me, all right? And I say free because it's not really free because you pay for this program. This is included in the program. So you don't have to be wondering like, oh, do I have to pay extra for that? No, you don't. This is included. You have my support. This is what's beauty. This is the beauty of this program that you're doing. You have me. But you don't only have me. You also have the people in the group. They can be of really good help for you. You never know who's dealing with the same issue that you're dealing with and that overcame it. You'd be surprised. So please utilize the group. So by creating a action plan outline, specific steps to continue living in alignment with your purpose and values, you will take proactive steps towards achieving your goals and living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. That's day 3. Awesome.